Hi, my name is Xiaobian Liu. Today we will go through the theory of Inditex environmental analysis. Inditex is a successful business which is the owner of Stera and other 5 apparel retailing chains, which designs, manufactures and sells clothing, shoes, and accessories for customers as retailer in the world. In this case, by going through Inditex and Stera's organization details, history, competitors, and their future development and planning, the answer of how Inditex can maintain its competitive advantage will be figured out. This group video presentation will lead to Inditex environmental analysis by using the tools of pastel analysis, Porter's 5 forces analysis, and analysis of Inditex key success factors and strategy groups.
Hi everyone, I will talk about the PESTEL analysis of Zara. The PESTEL analysis, or recently named the PESTLE analysis, is a framework tool used by marketers to analyze and monitor the macro-environmental factors that has an impact on the organization, the results of which is used to identify source and weakness, which are used in SWOT analysis. Zara is a brand operating in Spain, so it belongs to the jurisdiction of the European Union and enjoys the benefits of free trade agreement and tax incentives. Due to extensive trade agreement between EU countries, Zara found it very easy to import raw materials and export finished products. However, in the progress of expanding the market, Zara must consider the local situation of each country. It is difficult for countries with turbulent political system to carry out commercial operations. Zara reduced that sort of political influence by resetting the supply chain to Spain and its neighbor countries, which has the wise operation. For economic factors, Zara has placed most of its production lines in Spain. As one of the countries with the highest unemployment rate in Europe, Zara can use a cheap labor force than its competitors. Secondly, a reasonable pricing strategy makes Zara become an affordable fashion brand in people's minds. That Zara can still develop its own business in the poor countries. For social factors, when Zara enters every new market, Zara will investigate and study the social and cultural difference of the local market. This is one of the main reasons why Zara becoming globally. Zara provides consumers in each country with unequal fashion clothing that they can accept. The reputation accumulated from this is also become the key of Zara to gain the consumer trust. For technology factors, as a clothing retailer that actively using technology to expand its coverage, Zara benefits from its large number of offline stores and stable online shopping malls. Zara can easily collect the big data to analyze and find the way to attract different consumers and understand consumers' preference. Zara can also improve and perfect its own shortcomings through this method. For law factors, clothing retailers such as Zara should strictly abide by local laws and regulations. Zara is good at incorporating popular fashion factors and populating them in their own products with low price. Zara has been accused of stealing design and idea from brands such as Adidas, Burberry, Balenciaga. Although Zara can safely expect in most cases, this situation is not a long-term solution. Zara must act within the scope of the law in the future. For environmental factors, following the trend, Zara's parent company, Inditex, has announced that its 8 sub-brands, including Zara, will counter to the concept of sustainable development and will incorporate more environmental protection elements into more productions, while reducing pollution generated during the production process, reducing necessary waste, and installing energy-saving and manual system of offline stores. Nowadays, fast fashion has become the choice of more and more people, and by reducing the pollution generated by products, it is undoubtedly more in line with the consumer psychology. If Zara can abide by its promise, Zara's future business will continue to development and going so far.
Porter's 5 forces is a model that analyzes the 5 competitive forces, which are interrelated factors of each industry. 5 forces analysis is usually used to determine the structure of an industry and identify the company's strategy. It also helps to understand the level of competition in the industry and improve the long-term profitability of the company. The 5 factors are street of entry, power of buyers, power of suppliers, street of substitutes, and rivalry between established competitors. Next, let me show you Zara's strategy under Porter's 5 forces model. The first one, street of entry. The 3 level of new entrance into the power industry is weak. Because Zara has its own evolutionary process of adapting to trends and differences across markets. Zara's excellent ability to adapt to market change has greatly weakened the momentum of new entrants to join the industry. Additionally, the world trade in apparel is regulated by MFA. It makes it difficult for new entrants to join the industry. The second one, power of buyers. The level of bargaining street of buyers is not that high to Zara. We can often see enthusiastic sales personnel in Zara, which shows that Zara attaches great importance to customer service. Moreover, Zara spent 0.3% of its revenue on media advertising. In spite of this, Zara has developed considerable drawing power in its major markets. According to research, it had already become one of the 3 clothing brands of which customers were most aware in its home market of Spain in 1990s, with particular strength among women between ages of 18 and 34 from households with middle to middle-high income that are more sensitive to the price and quality of apparel. Therefore, we can say the power of buyer is moderate. The third one, the power of suppliers. The power of suppliers to Zara is also low. Firstly, Zara has sundry countries emerged as major suppliers, which ensures Zara's rich supply channels. Secondly, Zara has cross-border intermediaries, which could be seen as integrator through one or more independent retail channels and on some manufacturing as well. The fourth one, street of substitutes. Zara has its own distinctive business system, and Zara manufactures its most fashion-sensitive product internally. It is difficult to be substituted. Moreover, Zara's designers continuously checked customers' preference and place orders with internal and external suppliers. Zara's products satisfy customers' preference while ensuring price and quality. As a result, the street of substitute is also weak. The fifth one, rivalry between established competitors. The rivalry between established competitors is due to the level industry concentration. The 3 closest comparable competitors are the Gap, H&M, and Benetton. From product positioning map, it shows that all 3 have narrower vertical scope than Zara, which owns much of its production and most of its stores. Compared with the Gap and Benetton, Zara has better fashion resources. However, H&M has the same qualifications as Zara. In addition, H&M tended to have slightly lower prices than Zara. Engaged in extensive advertising like most other apparel retailers, it can be seen that H&M is Zara's biggest biggest competitor. In conclusion, Zara has already taken a good place in the apparel industry for its market dominance, efficient business system, and reasonable business strategy.
Within the apparel retailing industry, one key success factor is the ability to manage stocks effectively. Managing stocks effectively means both not keeping too much unwanted items, to prevent write-off and to not experience stock out to prevent revenue loss. Because Zara's products are small in batches and large in variety, it is very difficult to manage. They apply the radio frequency identification system to identify and track products through wireless signals, update inventory in real time, and even feedback inventory and logistics information to customers in real time. Although this technology is expensive, by accurately identifying the location and the quantity of inventory, it greatly reduces manual management cost and the risk of luggage inventory, and improves inventory liquidity and customer satisfaction. Therefore, the cost saved by the enterprise is far greater than the investment. Another key success factor for these players in this industry is the ability to bring the best design to product at the fastest speed. Apparel tend to have much shorter product life than other products. What are fashionable this year may quickly become outdated during the next season. Another important success factor in the apparel industry is the prime location of stores. For this reason, apparel business tend to constantly optimize the portfolio of their stores to keep their stores are always readily available to their target customers. The apparel industry is a heavily fragmented one, with the largest few players only able to occupy a small share of the market. In this market, apparel business use a large variety of strategies to appeal to different groups of customers. For this reason, there are several quite different strategic groups using very different competitive approaches and occupy very different positions. For example, the luxury strategic group contain business like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Burberry, and others. This strategic group use design from best designers and offers luxury shopping experiences to attract their customers. The fast fashion group is another important strategic group. While this group of business also use designs of their product to attract customers, the designers of this business tend to less famous. Additionally, fast fashion players also have highly efficient and flexible supply chain to allow them to turn their designs into product in the fastest way. Players in the strategic group include Zara, H&M, Uniqlo, and others. Additionally, there are also the strategic groups like professional outdoor apparels, sport apparels, and others.
Thank you for watching our group video presentation.